Hello students, welcome back. Today we will discuss a beautiful chapter named as My Childhood. My Childhood is an extract taken from the biography of APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. He was a great scientist and also 14th President of India. Abdul Kalam was born in a middle class Muslim family in 1931 in a town of Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. In his childhood, he was greatly influenced by his parents, his teachers, and his friends. His father, Jainaluddin, was not highly educated, but he was a great, generous, and kind person. He was not rich, but provided a secure childhood to Abdul Kalam and his siblings. Abdul inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Abdul Kalam has inherited all the good qualities from his father and mother and become a great person. Kalam earned his first wages or first money by working as a helping hand to his cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspaper in Rameswaram. In his childhood, he had three close friends, Ramanatha Sastri, Arabindan, and Siva Prakasan. All of them belonged to very strict Hindu Brahmin families and were ardent followers of their religion. In his childhood, Abdul Kalam had three best friends and all are belonged to strict Brahmin family. But they had not any barriers in their friendship. Abdul Kalam was from a Muslim family. He says that during his childhood, all the children were so close to each other. They never felt they belonged to different religions. Religions was not a barrier in their friendship. Once there is an incident happened with them. A new teacher told them to sit separately, but it will be discussed later. APJ's best friend Ramanatha Sastri was the son of Pakhi Lakshmana Sastri, the priest of the temple. When these three friends grew up, Ramanatha took the priesthood of the Rameswaram temple. Arabindan started a business of transporting the pilgrims to and from the Rameswaram temple. And Siva Prakasan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. He was in charge of the catering for the railways. Whenever Sri Sitarama Kalyanam ceremony or the wedding ceremony of goddess Sita and god Rama was happened, APJ's family also took part in it. They used to arrange the boards for it. They used to make a special platform on the boards on which the statue of Rama and Sita were placed, transported from temple to the marriage site, which was in the middle of a pond named Ramatirtha. APJ Abdul Kalam's family, they did not make them different from Hindu religion. They also took part in the wedding ceremony of Lord Rama and goddess Sita. APJ says that they listened to the stories from the Ramayana and the life of prophet from their mother and grandmother as bedtime stories. So they listened to the stories of both Hindu gods and Muslim gods. There was no differentiation on the ground of religion. Once, when Abdul Kalam was in 5th standard, a new teacher asked him not to sit on the first row with his friends. Abdul found Ramanatha was crying as he went to the last row. This made a lasting impression on Abdul Kalam about their good friendship. Both children went home and told their parents about the incident, and Ramanatha's father called the new teacher and scolded him, and the teacher was sorry for his mistake. Abdul Kalam's science teacher Siva Subramania Iyer was a religious person, an orthodox Brahmin, but he was a rebellious type of person. He did not believe in distinction on the basis of caste system. He always encouraged Abdul Kalam to work hard so that he could be at the same level as highly educated people who live in big cities. Abdul Kalam was very much influenced by his science teacher. His name was Siva Subramania Iyer, and he belonged to a strict Brahmin family, but he did not believe on the caste system or the distinction on the basis of caste system. He always used to encourage Abdul Kalam to be a great person. Abdul Kalam was also greatly influenced by his science teacher. Siva Subramania Iyer, he learned the lesson of breaking social barriers from him. Mr. Iyer's wife belonged to a traditional and orthodox Brahmin family. She followed the religion very strictly, and to keep the kitchen pure, no one from an inferior religion was allowed to enter the kitchen. Siva Subramaniam Iyer's wife, she was a traditional orthodox kind of lady. She did not allow anyone to her pure kitchen, and especially from the inferior caste. Once Iyer invited Abdul Kalam to his home for a meal. His wife refused to serve food to a Muslim boy in her pure kitchen. Iyer served him with his own hand and sat down beside him to eat his meal. So when his wife refused to serve a Muslim boy, Mr. Iyer served Abdul Kalam with his own hand, and he sat beside him. Mr. Iyer convinced his wife to serve meal with her own hands, and thus was successful in changing her conservative attitude. And he convinced his wife to serve Abdul Kalam. And in this way, he changed the mindset of his wife. For higher education, Abdul Kalam sought permission from his father to leave Rameswaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. When his mother came to know it, she became upset, and his father, he tried to make her calm down by saying a few lines from a famous poem named as Your Children. He said that your children are not your children of life. Don't think that you can rule your children. They are a result of life's desire for itself. They have their own thoughts. For higher education, Abdul Kalam wanted to go to district headquarters, that is Ramanathapuram. But it was difficult to convince his parents. His father was easily convinced, but his mother was not ready. She became upset when she came to know that his son was interested to go outside of their village. But his father tried to make her calm down, and he was successful in it. Abdul Kalam's father said that you have to go a long way in your life like a seagull bird which flies long distance. He encouraged his son Abdul Kalam and said that you have to fly like a seagull bird, and to cross a long distance. His father told her mother that her children could not be dominated by her because they had their own thoughts. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts. So, this much is in this chapter. This is an inspirational part which is taken from the biography of Abdul Kalam. Through this beautiful chapter, Abdul Kalam tried to inspire the students. Through the biography of his life, he want to convince the student that they should go or they should develop in their own life. There is no any barriers to be developed. He also said, in our country, there is no religion barriers to make friendship with others. Religion is not a barrier of friendship. It is just a name. And if you want to be successful in your life, no one can restrict you. No one can stop you. Your thoughts, your desire is your own, and your will is the power to get success. Thank you.